Everyone ready? My name is Najee Ali, Director of Project Islamic Hope, South LA Civil Rights Organization. I'm also a member of the Trojan family, and on behalf of the Trojan family, several members of the Black Alumni Association, the family of Munir McClain, his mom, brothers and sisters, as well as his SC teammates, we are calling upon the USC administration to immediately reinstate Munir to the USC football team. Munir is someone who has been unjustly suspended. He has been given no due process, and at the end of the day, it's unfortunate that we have to be here today. But we are here because we believe in Munir. We support him. He's one of the best young men I've ever met. Munir is one of the best young men I've ever met, and I can say this, as someone who's been a part of the Trojan family for 30 plus years, as someone who owns a national championship ring from USC, I can say this. This young man, his family, his teammates, his friends, they represent the best in the Trojan family. This is what SC is all about, because saying that we're part of the Trojan family is not a motto, it's not a slogan, it's something that we live and we believe in. So I want to thank his teammates, his friends for being here today. And I will say this, I'm going to introduce his mom. It's very important that we understand this. I've seen Munir been treated by this administration like he's Michael Corleone, like he's the Godfather, like he's part of this criminal enterprise and they're about to introduce the RICO Act upon him. As part of the Trojan family, it's very troubling that the FBI are knocking on students' door. It's very troubling, it's very troubling. The FBI are knocking on USC students' door. When I was here, that was unheard of. It's important that the athletic administration, yes, want to work with the authorities, but keep in mind, work with the family. So far, we've sent letters and requests to meet with USC staff, the administration, to get to the bottom of what's going on. They have not met with us, but they found time to meet with the FBI. We're the Trojan family. The FBI are part of the federal government. We're family, treated like family. And that's why we're here simply requesting Munir to be reinstated. And keep in mind, this is a global pandemic where students are struggling financially. Everyone's struggling financially. Yet we have these multi-million-dollar coaches living well, living a great lifestyle. They're multi-millionaires. And we don't fault them for that, but also keep in mind, don't fault struggling students for using the law and the resources to get what's needed to survive. So with that, we'll have the mother of Munir McClain, a woman of strength, courage, and dignity, speak on behalf of her son. Oh, sure.
Thank you. Shan, S-H-A-N, McClain, M-C-C-L-A-I-N. And I stand before you today, not just because of my son, but before you, for all the student athletes that deserves the right to be at USC, but treated fairly. This is not a black or white thing. This is a just thing. I'm just happen to be the mother that's standing here to speak because of my son, Munir McClain, who has not been given a reason why he has been suspended. That's not fair. That's not fair to him. That's not fair to USC. That's not fair to any U.S. citizen, period. It's not right. It's not right. Munir deserves due process. He is not guilty. If he is guilty, is he chosen guilty first before innocent? Please tell me how you do it. Please show these young athletes who are risking their lives on the football field how things should be. Be an example that you wish to see. This is not right. Donald Trump. I'm calling on Governor Newsom to protect these student athletes, to protect them, to show them the way. If Munir has done something wrong, please tell him what it is. Please tell me what it is as a parent, because I want to know. I need the support of California. I need the support of everyone right now. We need the support. The USC football team needs the support. We don't need this. We don't need another scandal. That's not our intention. We don't need that. But if there is something that's gone wrong, is it USC's way to just go against the football team if they have done something wrong? Is that your way? Or is there restorative justice? Do you get it right in-house first? Or do you just throw it away? Munir met the President on the football field last year. He called me and he told me that he met her and wanted to give her a card to welcome her to USC. He did that. Sent that card to the President Vogt, welcoming her to USC. He also sent a card to A.D. Bone, welcoming him to USC. I don't know any student, young, 18 at the time, that would have done that type of action. But that's his character. Did he receive a response? No. So how you start is how you finish, because we haven't received a response as of yet. Okay? That's who Munir is. Munir will take off his shoes to give to the homeless population in downtown Los Angeles. He will give the clothes off of his back. That's who Munir is at USC. He is a young entrepreneur. He is a young student athlete that felt he has not done anything wrong. Okay, so do you ignore him? Do you turn a blind eye? And do you let the U.S. government put him in a jail cell? Let him be another statistic? He has made it out. He has made it to a major university seeking education so that he can be a model citizen. He has goals and aspirations to make it to the NFL. He has goals and aspirations to be a philanthropist so he can help the homeless population. He has goals and aspirations to be a mayor one day. So should we take it away from him or any of the other football players? Should we do that? Should we allow this to happen? We will fight on in every situation. USC belongs to us. I was born and raised here in South Central LA, and I brought my kids back here from the South. There is no way that we're going to make it this far and we don't get any further. No way. Yes, USC is a great big institution, but God is bigger, and He is in control of all things. And whatever it takes, I will do to protect my boys, not just my two sons on the USC football team, but all of the football players on the football team and any other athletes. I will stand to protect them. Thank you.
My name is Kumasi Simmons. Kumasi Simmons, K-U-M-A-S-I. And today, we stand in support of Munir McClain. The football team had a meeting on their own in support of Munir McClain. Everybody knows that Munir is innocent. Everybody knows what truly happened, that he was accused wrongfully and suspended wrongfully. We also believe that love conquers all. We believe that prayer is powerful. No one would have expected that most people's favorite person on the USC campus, most people's favorite person, who has given 100 meals to the community, who has given hygiene packs out to Skid Row, who has done clothing drives, who is a Chaz person, not to get into his personal beliefs and discipline, but he's like a Tim Tebow, if you will, and everybody knows this. And so we would have never expected that Munir, people's favorite person, would be wrongfully accused. And that's why the power of the players came together and said we would like to speak on his behalf and come and support him and express things about his character. So I wanted to support Munir, but mainly I want to acknowledge the fact that his teammates want to support Munir. His teammates have agreed to speak, and we will begin with his brother Munir McClain, who stood by Munir's side, giving charity, has the same character as Munir. Malik. So if there was any players that just wanted to speak on behalf of the brother's character, then they can't say anything. All right, so that's what we had talked about. We had talked about the players explaining that we all know that Munir is innocent because the players actually know the entire story. And when their favorite little brother, let alone teammate, is being accused, it can affect the whole team. What we want to do is support Munir. We want to get him back on the team. We want to go get these wins, and we want to go to the next level in life. If we're able to do that, then prayers will be answered, and everything will be a blessing. So when you hear Munir McClain's name, it's in the best character, and that's what we're here to stand here today. We have his teammates supporting him. Thank you so much.
And I'll say this, the coaches have asked the student athletes not to speak publicly on this, and we respect that. The very fact that they're standing here with us speaks for itself. So with that, we'll have Munir read a statement.
A lot of rumors flying around, but I want nothing more than to get back playing on my team. I can only confirm that I received pandemic unemployment assistance, which Congress passed back in March to help many people who are not eligible for unemployment benefits, such as gig workers, independent contractors, and people with small businesses affected by the pandemic shutdown. I applied with the help of a representative from the EDD, the California Employment Development Department, and believe I did everything right. USC would speak to the attorneys who are helping me, Jenny Parker, Mark Hathaway, so I can have a chance to get back on the field as soon as possible. Thank you, and please refer any other questions to my mom or Nazi Ali.
So with that, we'll take questions from the media, but in our closing statements, we're making it very clear, we are here asking that Munir be reinstated to the USC football team immediately. We believe he's done nothing wrong. In fact, he's the victim. He's the victim. I've been around this USC family and a member of it for 30 plus years. As someone who's been part of a national championship team and has a ring, I've seen several coaches, athletic directors, and school presidents come and go. So I know we have a new president, a new athletic director, but they need to understand that this is not how we treat members of the Trojan family. We don't treat our kids this way. And we're not going to allow those that truly understand what being a member of the Trojan family truly is. So with that, we'll take questions from the media. The very fact that USC has allowed the FBI to come in and essentially interrogate students, not giving them legal counsel, is something that's very troubling and unsettling. I know if I'm a parent and I find out that the FBI has come talk to my child without my consent or legal representation, I'd be very concerned and upset. Now I do know, ultimately, as someone who has been part of the Trojan family for 30 plus years, I've never ever heard of this ever happening in the history of the athletic department where the FBI is on campus interrogating, questioning students, and putting the fear of God in them by giving them a subpoena to come to court, and not even advising them to come to court with legal representation.
Now, how many players have that?
I'm not sure how many it is. I do know we do plan on being in court with them, and my civil rights organization are right now contacting civil rights lawyers to make sure the USC students who have been subpoenaed have legal representation on their behalf, something I have not heard USC offer at all.
Were those players specifically asked about?
I have no knowledge of that, but I do know it's very troubling that USC has allowed the FBI to come on campus, come to students' personal housing, knock on their doors. That's very troubling. They've allowed that. And I can say this in front of the mother, because she'll verify it. This mom has contacted USC officials, Michael Blanton, simply requesting a meeting to find out what is going on with Munir, why has he been suspended, why has he not been given due process. USC has completely ignored every request she's made, every request I made, every request her lawyer has made. They've ignored her, and that's why, unfortunately, we had to come out to the public to make our appeal. Because at the end of the day, we love SC. We're part of the Trojan family. In fact, everybody, can we show them our solidarity? Everybody. We're not strangers. We are USC. We're the Trojans. In fact, we're the best USC.
What's your understanding of actually investigating?
Well, we don't know what they're investigating. That's why the mother has simply asked for a meeting with USC officials, with Michael Blanton, who's in charge of ethics, to find out why Munir has been suspended for nearly a month. Yet we have no answers because they have refused to meet with the parents. And that's very troubling in itself, because I know if I'm a parent and my son or daughter is being recruited by USC, this is how you treat our children if something comes into question. That's not right.
Munir has not been given the information, whereas he's violated any student codes, student athletic codes. He has not been provided with any of that. The only thing he's been told is that he's been suspended until further notice. Nothing in writing or anything like that, to answer your question. Coach Helton. Michael Blanton and the AD.
And the school president.
Yeah.
Shane, can you share with us your feelings on how Coach Helton specifically has handled this situation?
No, I respect Coach Helton. I respect Coach Helton, and I wish not to say anything about Coach Helton. I don't want to answer that question.
So in closing, we'll say this. We want to meet with Dr. Folk, the president of USC, because it's now bigger than Munir. This affects every student on campus. The fact that USC has allowed the FBI to come on campus and interrogate students. So we need to make sure this policy set in place to protect students from now on. They have legal counsel, legal representation, and advisors advising them on whether it's even allowable or in their best interest to even talk to the FBI. So with that, as I stated in our closing, we're in full support of Munir, his family, and his friends, and also his teammates, because at the end of the day, they represent the best in USC. They represent the best in what a Trojan should be. We stand up for each other. We protect each other. And we got to get each other's back. So I want to thank y'all for being here, taking the stand, his friends and classmates. So with that, we're going to keep on fighting for justice. Fight on. Fight on.